Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. In this tutorial, I'm gonna make a drop similar to Amelie Lens style. It's gonna be a hard trance, like hard techno, a hybrid style track. And if you're ready, let's get into the tutorial. Okay guys, now I'm gonna start by smashing the kick drum, but let's make the BPM 138. It's gonna be kind of fast track. And all of the sounds I'm gonna use is gonna be from Production Music Live Techno Academy. So I contribute this Techno Academy by making a sample pack and also a serum bank. So I'm gonna proudly use my own sounds for creating this track. And also if you wanna check the packs, link in the description. I'm sure you will like those sounds. So let's start by choosing a kick drum. Let's choose with this kick and let me create kind of like 8-bar loop first when I make drops. Previously, when I was producing Big Room, I was just making a linear production. But when I switched to techno, when I start to make techno, this making 8-bar loop as a full and then arrange it and make it a drop kind of workflow was a little bit easier for me. That's why now we are gonna create an 8-bar loop first and then we will just convert it as a drop. So let's put the kick to its own channel. And let me reduce the length. Okay, perfect. So we can go for the rumble loops. And I'm gonna get the G rumble. So when you drag drop, the sample is gonna stretch itself, but I like to go with the stretch mode. Don't go resample because the key is gonna change. If you don't care about the key, you can go resample. It's gonna offer more quality, but the key is not gonna be accurate. Resample is good on drums, but if you are pitching or stretching tonal things, you should go other modes. So in this case, I go stretch mode. Let's put it to the sub channel. So it's like that, but if I put a kickstart to it, it's just a rumble loop. And maybe we can even just reduce the high frequencies. So it's not even audible because the high frequencies comes from the kick part, which we sidechain it. So maybe we can just leave it like that. Perfect. And let's check the phases by Sub Ninja and make sure they are, not phase cancel each other. And even if I just check it roughly, when the kick goes down, the rumble goes down, because there will be always a crossover point when they touch to each other. And in that crossover point, if you are in phase, that's perfect. If you're out of phase, they will phase cancel each other. So I'm checking it with Sub Ninja. So we got some weird thing going on here. Let's figure it out. Some phase cancellation happening. Let's revert the phase of the kick. Perfect. Now we got perfect phase. I'm gonna leave it like that. I like to add a bass channel to here because in this kind of hard trance tracks we usually need a melodic bass progression. If this is just a regular techno, I will smash a rolling bass, but we will do something else. Let me add a serum, and I like to use maybe this analog patch. Very nice, gritty sound. I'm probably gonna use minor progression. So let's try the bass progression. Also, let me put the scale highlighting to here. Yes, this is gonna be the main progression of our drop. Now I'm gonna send it to bass channel So maybe we can apply some overdrive. You see how it makes it more in your face? And let's get rid of the low frequencies. I'm gonna do a cut because when I do the shelf, it will be having less artifacts, but at the same time, we will still have the sub frequencies and it's gonna clash with the rumble. So that's why I'm gonna choose to cut it. Maybe something like that. Let's see how it's gonna sound with the rumble. And also let me sidechain this well as well. Maybe this sidechain not enough. Let's go this one. Sounds good so far. And I like to add one more bass layer. So currently we got kind of a gritty, like a Reese hover kind of bass layer, top of the rumble. And I think we can just add one more layer, which can be, let me clone the serum. I had a kind of offbeat preset in the pack. Let me find it. Yes, this one. As you see, very hard preset. And the beauty of this preset, it has a low cut filter like that. So if you want to use it as the main bass, you can turn off the filter. It will have the sub, but if you want to use it as a layer, you can activate the filter in here. Still very hard, but now we get rid of the sub. So let me place it to the mid channel. Now I like to have like an offbeat bass. Perfect. So let's get a little bit overdrive and let's get some EQ. Even we can still cut the low frequencies to be safe. Let's choose high pass. I'm always confusing this terminology. Maybe like that. So I'm trying to check if they clash with the main sub. Because if they clash, the waveform in the sub ninja should change. I mean, it can change just a little bit, but you know, if they really clash, they can phase cancel each other or they can add up to each other and become super loud. So I'm just monitoring that. And let's copy also the sidechain to here. And now I'm gonna put a span to the master and I'm gonna balance the low end with the kick. My kick hits like almost -2 dB, so my sub should hit maybe just a little bit lower or at the same loudness. Let's see. Okay, that's very nice. I like to put a limiter. Actually, I'm gonna put every envelope settings down, so it's gonna be a hard clipper to the master. So I'm not gonna clip, it's gonna prevent it. Okay, it's time to add some drums. Let's put this open head. So as you see, I'm gonna leave this open head as resample. So just check the waveform. For example, in generic, the transients are messed up, but in resample, it's so cool. Just like the original. Let's route it to here. Also, let's put this rolling hi-hat. And also in the pack, you will find the rave loops. So they are kind of top loops, but they adding groove to the track, and you can just hide it in the back of the drop. So they sound like that. Let's go with this one. I'm gonna put it to resample again. Let's not forget to add the claps. I'm gonna go with this one. So I'm gonna add another serum. This time we will write the drop ARP. So for the drop ARP, I think it's easier if I just search the sounds from here. Oh, I love this one. This one is nice. Let's get rid of reverb because I like to add my own. And let me send it to its own channel. Let's call it drop ARP. And let's saturate it a little bit. Maybe before saturation, we can just get rid of the lows a little bit. So let me do a high pass. So the thing is like that. If you cut it before putting the overdrive is gonna apply it to the upper frequencies with a more clean sound, and the outcome is gonna change. You know, the order matters in the plugins. And I'm putting the overdrive after delay reverb, so I like to also give saturation to reverb, like the delay or the FX as well. So this is just a preference. You can put the overdrive before, then the delay reverb is gonna be applied to the overdrive sound. But if you put the overdrive like that, it's gonna be a different. So like this, I'm kind of creating a more fat sound. So let me write a MIDI first. So the MIDI is not gonna follow the bass progression. It's just gonna play the same thing over and over. So I'm gonna just go like that. I'm gonna go with the first root and then go to the third, go to the second, third, second, because third and the second has like very close to each other. And it's just creating a nice tension. Okay, let's loop this bad boy. Very aggressive sound. It fits perfectly. Let me get another serum. This time I like to have a drop pluck which continues for all over the drop. Let's just jump to the pluck sounds. This will do the job. And even I can just copy the whole mixer. It will be more easy for me. So let's create another pattern. So it's just gonna hit to the root key. Yeah, we can leave it like that. Let me root it, loop it, just like that. And I think lastly, we need the main vocal arpeggiato layer. It's gonna be something like that. Let's create a new pattern and let's copy the bass MIDI and let's clone this. So this time we will use another preset called lead vocal. So let's copy the bass progression like maybe 2 octaves higher. And I'm gonna put a third in the middle. And maybe, let's see. We can create tension if we just use the half keys. Maybe this is too much. Nice. I kind of like it. So they are kind of A and A sharp. They should be clashing, but since I put them like the upper octave, they sound good. Okay, this is nice. And I like to just make it as a gated vocal, you know. We could do the gate stuff with gross beat. Let me put it here. Let's call it Vox lead. So we can do it with gross beat. So if you don't have gross beat and you wanna do it somehow, so there's one more way, and you can do inside of the serum. So you gotta create some LFO like that. So it's like this. And you gotta lower the oscillator's volume, and then you gotta connect this LFO to it. So then it's gonna be just same as the gross beat. You see, it's not that hard. The transgate effect is all a volume automation, nothing else. Okay, let's process the vocal chain quickly. So I'm gonna just process it very quickly. Sounds very nice. And I think lastly, we can add a pad, like kind of like a string pad. Let's jump to the pack, go to the pads. And maybe we can just change the envelope a little bit, so just we can shape it, because currently it's like a pad, you know. This is a pad. It takes too long. Okay, this is better. You see this sound just adding so much tension to the drop. We will just hide it to very back of the mix. dropping pad. Let's call it like that. Let's get rid of the lows, maybe a little bit highs, maybe just a little bit blood overdrive. And once we have this 8-bar loop, we can just arrange it like a full drop, guys. So I'm gonna do it like this. I like to start it with the vocal, gated vocals. So I'm gonna have it in here just like a pre-drop. And then let's mute everything. So we will just activate them whenever we need it. And okay, I just like to make a very quick snare, four hit snare to the pre-drop. No, nothing special, just something like that. So we can just get rid of the drums in the first part. I don't want any drums or anything. It's just gonna be the vocal lead and the kick bass. And I think just in here, just in the third loop, we can get back the main ARP. Maybe in the last part, we can just go back to what we have in the beginning. Maybe we can get rid of the drums. So let me just divide the bass channel by its patterns. So we will choose split by channel and do it like that. So if you think, for example, the hard bass is kind of too much now because we put everything to the drop and maybe some elements now fighting with each other in terms of mixing. In this kind of production process, I mostly don't care about the mixing, but still if you think they're clashing, you can instantly just cut the highs, for example, of this bass. And now we will have more space for the rest of the sounds. And even you can automate this high cut. And before we going to the final listen, I'm just gonna smash some noise because in the pack I don't have noise and also an impact from my previous packs. So I think that was all. Now we have a proper hard trance Amelie Lens style drop. Okay guys, now I'm gonna play the final result for today's tutorial. I hope you can apply these tricks to your own productions as well. If you wanna check the packs, links in the description. So today that was it guys. See you on the next video. Bye bye.